Good day, everyone, and welcome back to a Captain Supplemental of Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Obloglo, and with me once again is...
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite MMO on the Citadel.
Yep. And just like we would normally expect from the good Commander Shepard, you are dancing like the worst person in the galaxy.
I'm dancing the exact same dance you are.
Uh, no, I think there is some differences between the male and female one.
Okay, fine.
Maybe, I don't know.
But still
Anyway,
not
we
a
are...
bad samba.
Yeah,
Samba.
we are dancing the samba. We are here on Risa. It is the summer festival. It is a wonderful planet. There is actually two. Well, while the summer festival is on, there are actually two Risa maps going on. One for the summer event, and one for the one that has always existed in the game as a. Wow, I didn't even notice that they had water drop off you. Huh.
Handy.
I mean, it's not a great.
Yeah. Well, they also have a
tech.
day-night cycle.
Yeah, there's also a day-night cycle here, which is pretty cool. And there's things that you'll only see at nighttime and things you'll only see at daytime. The summer event is a lot like the winter event in that there is a primary thing that is going on, which earns you one resource that goes towards a free ship, and then there are other things which get you prizes that you can. Well, to get you a currency that you can spend towards other prizes. The big thing about the summer event is that it is all based on a jetpack.
Yes.
Woo!
Everyone loves
Um,
jetpacks.
Yeah, if you haven't earned any of the secondary currency, you have to come and spend a few energy credits to buy a loaner jetpack, which will, after a certain amount of time, transport itself back to the vendor. Thankfully, though, the game does not. This map actually apparently does not have fall damage turned on at all,
Hmm.
which is pretty nice.
So I won't
once
plummet to my death when this
when that
wears
turns
off.
off. But once you've spent enough of the Lolunat,
Hmm? Uh,
low lunat favors, which is the
yes.
secondary currency, um, you get a permanent floater, and some of them also have better stats. The loner has more speed than the first one you can buy, but the first one you can buy maneuvers better,
Mhm.
so it works out. And then the other tiers are just straight up better. If we go here to the store, we can see whole bunch of stuff you can buy with favors. Food items, just like there was food items for the winter event. The main point of the food items is not so much to have the buffs with them, but there are some nice buffs on some of these foods. But the big bonus is that you can feed them to a tribble and get a special event tribble. You can also spend your favors on costume packs. There's also a set of sunglasses you can buy, but they don't take favors. They just take straight up gold press platinum. And you can get some non-combat pets. And then finally, your floaters,
Yes.
concluding with the top tier ones, which are 1,000 favors. Although that doesn't see it sounds like a lot, but it's actually not too bad. Because you
We-
can get
we
basically
just did
every
one of the events, and it took 15 minutes. I got 25 of them. So
Yeah, but basically every 15 minutes there is an event going on. There
Mhm.
are two main events, basically a treasure hunt and a dance party. And the dance party, well, both of them last for 15 minutes, and then once that one ends, it goes straight on to the next one. And each one will give you roughly 30 favors.
Mhm.
So depending on how things go, you can get roughly 100 favors an hour.
yeah. So it's
And,
still 10
it's pretty
hours to
fun
get the highest end stuff.
to get the highest. Yeah, but that's not too bad. And considering the whole summer event is going to last until around the end of August, they were saying.
Yeah.
But the main thing, which we're about to start right here, to get the ship, which you can see in the background over there, in fact, that only lasts 35 days, and you need 25 days to get enough of the primary currency to buy the ship. So anyone who is watching the series, for the record, this episode was recorded on Friday, which is the second day of the event. By the time you see this, a few days will have gone in, but you still have plenty of time in order to do enough days to get the ship. And in the event that you don't, if you've purchased any lockboxes and got Lobi crystals, you can also spend crystals to get some of the primary currency, but at not a very good exchange rate. Anyway, so the event coordinator. So to get the primary currency, you have to complete an event called Flying High, which is a daily mission. And what this is it is basically a racing course, so to speak.
Ever play Superman 64?
I hope you haven't played Superman 64. Oh, apparently the mission didn't think I activated my already active floater.
You have to turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah, okay. So you have 10 minutes to complete 3 out of 4 4 racing courses, and you can see here's one right over here. You can see the holographic pathway, and it's basically you need to fly through rings,
just like Superman 64,
which is just like Pilot Wings.
Fine, name a good game that used that mechanic.
Well, Pilot Wings also has jetpacks, so
that's true.
So yeah, there are 4 of these courses around the island, and you have 10 minutes to complete 3 of them, which is not that hard. Like the only thing about this is just to make sure that you log in every day. Log in 25 days out of the 35 that the event is running to get enough of the pearls in order to go towards the reputation project, which will earn you the ship. Mm-hmm. And once I complete this, I'll just show off the reputation project.
Yeah, we haven't talked about reputation much, have we?
No, because technically reputation is a level 50 endgame thing.
Yeah.
In fact, this is the second time that they have done an event that uses reputation, and the first time was with the revamped crystalline entity when they released that one as a limited time event before they re-released it for real. Actually no, I'll go to the jungle pathway one that's just over here.
I'll follow you.
Yeah. That one used a reputation project to get its special reward. They didn't do it for the winter one, primarily because all this stuff can be done by characters that are level 10 or higher for Federation and Klingon and Romulan. But in order to do it with the Romulan, you need to actually be more like level 20 or so, because you need to do the mission that lets you leave the Tau Dewa sector.
Nah, it's still level 10-ish.
It's 10-ish? Okay.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you...
It honestly might be exactly 10, because even before that point, you can't really do extra stuff on the Romulan side. You can't do, instance content at all, so...
Yeah.
It's
so
10-ish.
Yeah, in order to be able to do this as a Romulan, you need to do the mission that lets you get access to the other sector blocks. And for both Klingon, for Klingons or Klingon aligned Romulans who would normally not be able to get into the Sirius sector block that Risa is in, what Cryptic has allowed is that once you reach the wall into Risa, there's actually a special dialogue box that will warp you directly to Risa.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Sirius sector block is considered to be Federation home territory, Klingons don't normally have access to it due to the war and all. Much like how Federation characters don't have access to the Klingon homeworlds normally.
Yeah, you get access to it once you get your diplomacy stuff up
Diplomacy.
to max level,
Uh,
or maybe level 3.
no, I think level 4 in diplomacy gives you access to the other homeworlds. But regardless, because it's kind of dumb to require that.
Mm-hmm.
They just straight up don't require that.
Yes.
So they just had this warp, and so I did 3, but the 4th one was right here, so I'm just gonna go fly through it because I still got plenty of time.
Is there an accolade for doing all 4?
I don't think so, actually. If there is, I didn't do it the last time, so
Yeah, neither did I. I just did 3.
yeah. So I'm just gonna find out. Once you've done 3 of the 4 courses, then you just need to return to the event coordinator. And conveniently, Cryptic has put a teleport right back to the resort.
Yeah, much like the Nimbus thing.
Yeah. And poof. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, there is an achievement for doing all 4.
I don't think I'll have enough time to do all 4.
Oh.
I think I actually made my jetpack a bit before you.
Ah.
So. Oh well.
Whoops.
Unless it just counts doing all 4, period, because
Yeah, it may be that. It may
I'll find out
just
in a
be
sec.
that you need. Yeah, it may just be that you need to do all 4, not that you need to do all 4 in one go.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got 4 minutes, so unless your jetpack.
I have 320.
Oh well, still
Like I said, I
320
think I
should
actually
be.
made mine a bit before you, but yeah, I'll go see if I
Yeah.
can do it.
320 should be enough to complete it. Alright, so then I turn in the request, get 40 pearls.
No Hata pearls. You can't tell Rise is basically Planet Hawaii.
Yeah, pretty much. So while Mecha is finishing off that last course, I'm going to go into the reputation system. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of it right now. I'm just really going to show it for this event. Because they've added a whole reputation for special events, which is, honestly, it's a good way for these things to work. The way reputation works in a high-end level is that there are projects, and projects require certain inputs and take a certain amount of time to complete, and once they complete, you get certain rewards. In this case, the active event project is to turn in 1,000 pearls in order to get the Risian Corvette, and well, it gives you some event reputation, but I actually have no idea if event reputation numbers mean anything because it doesn't seem to be counted anywhere.
Yeah.
One thing that's really nice about it being a reputation as opposed to what they did for the winter event, it was a store item, and you just had to spend the 1,000 items to buy it from the store. One thing that's nice about doing it as a reputation is that you can contribute your 40 daily pearls to the project, and the pearls vanish. So you don't have to worry about losing an inventory space to storing the prize.
Nor do you have to worry about retardedly selling the pearls.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that either. Which is super nice.
So that is done, and I'm jetpacking my way back there with a minute to spare.
You sure you don't want to just teleport back?
I have a minute of jetpack time left. I'm going to use it.
All right, if you say so.
I want to be the Rocketeer. Plus, I'm almost there anyway. I can, in fact, see your name.
Yeah, I can see you too. Another thing about this, mission or about this entire event is that
See, I had
a
all
lot
20
of it.
seconds to spare.
Hey, oh, there we go. There's the argument. I
Ah,
was actually
yes.
just about to refer to that. So, um, a lot of the stuff that happens on this in this event is actually based very much around every episode of all the Star Treks that happen to take place on or near Risa,
Which I think is about 3 of
primarily
them.
primarily the ones in Deep Space Nine, which includes this argument between a Klingon and a Trill,
Because that
which
Deep
is
Space Nine episode, which in my opinion is one of the dumbest episodes of the series, was essentially about an extended relationship argument between Dax and Worf on Risa.
Yep.
And it had Vanessa Williams for some reason.
How did the hell did he get over here? The dance instructor is bugged.
Whoops. Oh well, let's go
Anyway,
dance.
right now it's the so that was the primary event. The two secondary events is the dance party, which seems to be is on right now. So
Yes.
might as well do a little bit of dancing.
Hey everyone, look
It's
at me!
pro-
I'm dancing! I'm dancing!
It's probably just about done.
Let's see. Let's see the timer.
I think there's just like 4 minutes left on it because I'm pretty sure it'll tick
Yeah.
over to the
Enough
next
to do a
one
little.
at,
Enough to show it off.
yeah, because I mean we don't want to be spending a whole lot of time showing off how terrible we dance.
Hey, I, Commander Shepard, am a great dancer.
Yeah, you keep on believing that, Commander Shepard. One thing that is actually kind of neat here, though, is that while the dance party is on, you have an auto dance,
Yes.
which is very much a Commander Shepard dance.
Yes, it is. Oh, I thought I was so clever being Commander Shepard when I first started doing this.
Yeah, and then you saw that like a dozen other people thought the same thing.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't
Yeah.
care that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like I have a USS Normandy.
That puts you ahead of everyone else.
It's USS Hackett.
Close enough.
And my
Yeah,
Odyssey is
there are
the USS Anderson.
Yeah, there are a lot of people. Like I usually see a few Normandies around. Not a whole lot. I will give the players of this game credit. Not everyone is terrible with naming their ships or characters. It is actually kind of a minority.
Well, yeah. Plus, even in the context of Star Trek, yeah, it's a reference, but it's not as weird as. For example, I saw one a few weeks ago that was the Captain Dean Winchester in the USS 67 Chevy. Sorry, USS 67 Chevy Impala.
Also, I think one thing I should probably point out is that my captain. So this is my main character, who is currently wearing the one of the sets of sunglasses you can get from here. Is also wearing the winter jacket from the winter event. Because, why shouldn't I wear the winter jacket on Risa?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
It was cold and collective.
Yeah, my because I'm a lifetime subscriber, I have access to the Liberated Borg race for my and so that's what I decided to make my main character. When I was actually in the beta, because I pre-bought the collector's edition, I had a joined Trill character, which was also pretty good. But really, due to the way the trait system worked back when the game came out, joined Trill or Liberated Borg were actually like straight up the best races to to make a captain of, because they were the only ones that had efficiency as a trait, and efficiency gives you bonus energy to all your subsystems.
And now, appropriately enough, you're doing the robot.
Now, appropriately enough, I'm doing the robot. But yeah, but you know, like for the most part, your race is kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, in this game, it's
even
really what you want to look like.
Yeah, even the bonus from efficiency is not a big difference. It's probably only really turning out to be 1 or 2 points of energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything said and done, but you know, it's nice. It helps. Oh, this is okay. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just like that. All right, so now the other event is a basically a hunt.
A Horgahn hunt. Horgahn?
So they say they're hidden, and that you can use your tricorder to look for them, but that is a lie, because they actually all show up on the map. And it claims there's one here, but that's probably just pointing to the quest giver. So let's just...
Mr. Fancy Pants with your actual jetpack.
You probably should have enough to buy the basic permanent floater.
35.
Once we're done.
So I need 15
more. Once we're done here, because this, if you find all 10, well, I say all 10. Doing this, each one that you find will give you a random number of favors, usually 1, but it seems to be between 1 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
If you find 10, and you can see from the map that I've currently got open up on my screen that there's way more than 10. If you find 10 out of them, then you get a bonus, which is about 20 favors. But yeah, it suggests that these things are hidden, and that you can use your tricorder to point towards them. They're not very well hidden, because they are pointed out directly on the map, and they also glow. So,
Just those of us who are land bound.
I mean, you could go back and buy
one. Actually, here's a question: Is it if someone grabs one, can you no longer grab that one?
No, they are lootable by everyone.
Okay.
So the fact that there are a ton of them on the map is not because they are like people will just go around and once they grab them, they're gone forever. They are, once they're looted, you can't re-loot the same one, but they are not otherwise affected.
Okay. I may go back and rent myself another floater.
Yeah, I mean this thing is 15 minutes long, so you got plenty of time.
Yeah. Well, you're probably gonna find 10 way before me.
Yeah, and once I find the 10, I'm gonna also show off a few other things. Because there is a little bit more to what's going on Risa, in addition to the hunt, the dance party, and the jetpack joyride.
Whee!
Whee! Also, a note about the jetpack is that it only works on this specific Risa map.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because preparing an area for all range movement is an incredibly time-consuming task. What people probably don't know about game design is that generally, really, a lot of a map is not actually complete. They will only finish the areas of a map that you can see, and a lot of the areas that you can't see may either have nothing or just like the most basic of texturing and stuff in order to make it function. But generally, unlike real life, it is actually fully possible for a game developer to have an area of a map that just plain has nothing. Like, if you have a building and you can only see the front of it, they can actually just plain not build the back of the building at all, and it will still render properly in the game itself. If you were to somehow get to the other side of the building, though, depending on how the engine is designed, looking through the not rendered part of the building at all could either cause the system to crash, or you would just look through it because there's nothing there. And that is, like, if you ever use a no-clip cheat in, well, I guess older first-person shooters, and you sort of like
in Quake 2, sonny boy.
Yeah, or even just Doom. I mean, you could do the same. You get the same effect
Well,
in the original Doom.
Doom isn't exactly 3D rendering, but yeah, it's same.
Well,
principle.
it uses basic polygons in order to actually build the world. But yes, like Quake. Yeah, Quake is a better example.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, weird.
Oh, there it is. Now, are these in the same spot every time, or do they randomly change?
Looking at it from the map, there's a number of spots that they are in. Like, I'm seeing a lot of these are in the same locations that I have found them before, but
Okay.
it doesn't seem like the same spots are open. So what it's probably is something like there's 20 or 30 locations on the map, and they activate 15 or so of them at a time.
That makes sense.
Like 15 or 20 of them at a time. Which is actually a good setup for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I found my 10. Now he says come back for a bonus reward, but you can actually just talk to him remotely because he's got a communicator, I guess. I don't know.
We have cell phones.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, and that's a bonus 20 favors. Anyway, and since actually I think I'm right next to one of them. Yep, here we go. All right, so in addition to ambient events, the hunt, the dance, and the jetpack ride, you also have 10 birds that are around this map, and if you go to them and say enjoy the view, you get just a short cutscene to enjoy the view. If you find all 10 of the birds and enjoy their views, you get an achievement and a new title. There's also like a mini quest thing. It's not a structured quest or anything, but there is a character that you can find in different locations of the island, and if you find him in all of them, you also get another achievement. But like where he shows up is different depending on the time of day or whatever.
The phases of the moon.
Yeah.
The weather.
Stuff like that. What have we got over here? So, I mean, this is a very lovely map, really.
Mm-hmm. It's Hawaii.
The guys, yeah, the guys who did this map did a very good job, and I have to give them credit for it.
I would love it if Cryptic actually said, "Hey, we gotta send some guys to Hawaii for research."
So another thing that you can do is that you can either using favors or just finding them out while doing the hunt. You can find bird eggs, and if you go to a guy over here in the resort, and I'm just heading back towards. You can start a duty officer mission to hatch the egg, and when you hatch the egg, you get a random bird. and then you can either use the bird as a non-combat pet. In fact, I have one here. I can use and summon myself a little bird non-combat pet. Or you can go back to the ornithologist. And what did I get? A sunset streamer. Okay, and then you can do more duty officer missions to raise them up. Did I have any?
And then pit them in competitions against each other?
Something like that, yes. Did I have some better duty officers for this?
I assume I was just joking there.
No. What you can do with them is once you've raised them up, you can either keep them as a non-combat pet, or you can trade the bird in for basically the reputation marks. Starting from, like, if you just have the fledgling, you can get 20 marks, which is like 15 minutes of work. Like doing a instanced content will get you between 30 and 40 marks. Up to 100 for breeding it all the way to the top.
And I now have enough to buy my own jetpack, I believe.
Hey.
Yeah, 73. So.
Yeah. So and you can open up the reputation tab and just go and buy it right from there.
Really?
Yeah.
Handy.
And let's see how close I can get to the example ship. Oh, not very close at all. Anyway, yep, so just right over there. And you can see it on the map as well. So that's the Rizian Corvette, which you can get as the prize for getting 1,000 pearls. It is a pretty damn fast ship. And I think it looks really, really slick as well.
Mm-hmm.
I probably will never use it on this captain, like as his ship, because I have this guy using carriers and cruisers. But when Cryptic finally adds the ability to have a NPC party in space missions, I may just make that be one of those ships.
I, on the other hand, do use escort, so I will be using that thing.
Yeah, it is actually still a really good, like, it is a very, very good escort, judging from the stats. Its stat lean is towards speed. It has, instead of being plus 15 to weapons, it is actually plus 5 to weapons and plus 15 to engines. And it also has another special ability where it gets bonus speed to defense, in addition to the normal bonus to defense for going fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it also comes with a console that seems to act like a version of eject warp plasma, but also makes you go faster.
Clearly, I shall name it the USS Jeff Goldblum. Oh, come land on the hotel roof, because apparently that's an accolade. I was just being silly.
Hey. Yeah, apparently, yeah, there's a bunch of accolades. Yeah, there are a lot of accolades on this, and I don't think that there's really been a guide put up yet for all of them. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is the summer event in a nutshell. Cryptic has said that it is going on. This event as a whole will go until around the end of August, but August 2nd is when they will stop doing the fly high mission in order for you to get pearls for the ship. Mm-hmm. So anyone who wants to have that really sweet escort, and you can earn that escort at any rank, you just won't be able to unlock it until you get to the appropriate level to use it.
Is that Vice
So-
Admiral or Rear Admiral?
I believe it is Vice Admiral.
So level 50.
Yes.
You would need a slot too.
No, you need Rear Admiral lower half, so you need to be level 45.
That's 40.
40?
No, lower half is 45 or 40.
Yeah. Okay.
You
so
got me
need to be
talking
level-
wrong. Yeah, 40.
Yeah, so you need to be level 40 in order to unlock it. So, if folks that are watching this series are interested in getting that sweet ship, you've still got time, but you don't have much free days available.
Yeah,
Like you don't you can't
And-
give
and-
up many more days.
and getting to level 10 is like maybe
Like
4
an hour?
hours. Nah, it's long.
Yeah.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah. Yep. You're right. It is not very long,
Yeah.
but getting to level 10 is pretty fast. But yeah, that'll do it for this supplemental episode. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week for our regularly scheduled progression levels.
Bye, everybody.